Hey guys, in this video I'm going to share with you my real estate predictions for 2021. My name is Brandon Yeager, broker and owner of HouseRock Realty here in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. And before we start diving into the 2021 predictions, it's going to be beneficial if we take a look back at 2020 and kind of what led to where we are here today. And coming into 2020, the unemployment rate was basically the lowest it's been in 50 years. Americans had a lot of disposable income. Their real estate values were increasing. The stock market was skyrocketing, and there was a lot of money that was available for even purchasing second homes. And all of that kind of led into the next two things that happened in 2020. Besides COVID, there was two big things that really happened that greatly impacted why we're in such a strong seller's market. And number one is the state government had put a pause for about almost a quarter of the year on real estate sales in the state of Pennsylvania. People weren't able to buy or sell property. That happened at the state level for about 2.5 to 3 months. And then at the federal level, there was a moratorium on federally backed loan foreclosures. And I'd say in a typical month in Westmoreland County, there's maybe about 3.5 to 4% of all of the inventory that comes onto the market is foreclosure homes that are cycling through the foreclosure process, which may not seem like much until you add up 10 months worth of 4% inventory per month. And if that were all to be dumped onto the market at one time, that's a 40% inventory increase, which would be a huge dump of inventory into the market. So let me kind of move forward here into 2021. What do I see happening? To a large extent, I see 2021 continuing to be a strong seller's market. I believe it's going to continue to be buyers looking for homes and offering more than they quite possibly should for the foreseeable future. And it's mainly going to depend upon the one key metric that you really want to be paying attention to is when the federal government is going to allow the foreclosures to process through. Westmoreland County typically takes about 6 to 8 months for a foreclosure to cycle through. Now, if the federal government says, you know what, you can federally backed loans, you can now begin to foreclose on properties. And if they allow them to all start cycling through, here in Westmoreland County, we're probably not seeing anything until like November at this point. And there's already been indications from the new incoming administration that they're going to allow the federally backed foreclosures to not happen due to COVID. And if I had to guess, the foreclosures are probably not going to begin until at least the summer at this point, just due to the number of Americans who are being impacted due to unemployment and COVID related issues. So what I do see though is once that cycle begins and foreclosures can start, one of two things is going to happen. Either the federal government's going to say everything can start, which may lead to this sudden increase in inventory happening in our local market of potentially 40% if those all go through at the same time. I don't believe that's going to happen. I believe that if the federal government does that across the United States, it's gonna lead to some really ugly housing scenarios for people. And I believe more than likely what they're going to do is they're going to throttle it. And one, because the different courts can't handle that type of inventory, nor can the REO people who need to dispose of that property. It's probably not going to happen. So what's going to happen more than likely is it's going to be throttled. That inventory is going to be slowly allowed to come out. I see that happening mainly probably towards the end of the first quarter in 2022. So if you would like to see or hear more about my 7 to-dos, I'm putting together a video right after this one. It's going to be my 7 to-dos in 2021. Whether you're a homeowner, a renter, an investor, buying, selling, landlord, flipper, I kind of hit them all. And I'm going to give you 7 recommendations on things you might want to do here in 2021 with your real estate. Thank you very much. Brandon Yeager, broker owner with HouseRock Realty, 724-686-3962. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next video.